So again, welcome back, and again we will do the one more practice. And again, I might change slightly different, slightly just to give some ideas that practice can be done. You don't have to be so rigid one way. It can be flexible. So again, just try to relax. And watch breath mindfully for a few moments to bring your mind in the moment, in the present. And then we can try to generate good intention. And we can think, contemplate, just as we want happiness and do not want suffering, even for a moment, even the dream. Each and every sentient beings innately, just like ourselves, just want to be happy and do not wish suffering, even the smallest. And even people whom we don't agree or like or dislike, they are also just like ourselves, wanting to be happy and not to suffer. And we all are equal and same in that way. And not only we have a right to be happy and not to suffer, each and every sentient being has equally right to be happy and not to suffer. We are no exceptions. And even people we dislike, whether it's politicians or others, they also have a right to be happy and not to suffer, just like ourselves. And so we all are same, equal in that way. But when we think of oneself, if you put oneself on one side and others on the other side, we are just one individual. Others are countless. So therefore, out of selfish attitude, self-centeredness, totally ignoring the well-being of countless sentient beings, and only thinking of one's own well-being doesn't seem right, correct. Even from the worldly point of view, definitely from the point of view of the Dharma, both of a path, is absolutely unfair, incorrect, not right. Therefore, instead of being too selfish, I must have concern and go for the well-being of countless sentient beings. Especially now when we have this human life, meet the Dharma, understand the Dharma, have some interest. If we don't now, when will we do that? And even though there are so many different ways that we can help benefit others, the greatest help and benefit that we can do is to really help them to overcome their own delusions, their own karma, obscurations, and the destructive emotions, which are the root of their problem, suffering and pain. There's nothing greater help we can do than to be able to do that. There's nothing greater help and benefits to do them, to help them to achieve true lasting happiness, ultimate happiness, instead of just temporary, fleeting pleasure. And to be able to help with our own direct experience, our need to be free from all those afflictive emotions, all the obscurations. By actualizing and fully developing all the spiritual realization, the antidotes, especially highest level of true love, compassion, bodhicitta mind and wisdom. And in order to actualize and in order to improve, increase, that I'm going to do this practice. By engaging in this practice, may I be able to achieve fully awakened state as soon as possible. And help all sentient beings to liberate from their all suffering and cause of suffering permanently. And help them to achieve ultimate happiness, true happiness. And we can visualize all sentient beings surrounding yourself, engaging in practice together. As vast as space, in the space above you, you visualize Buddha Shakyamuni, who is inseparable from your root guru. And also Buddha Shakyamuni, who is inseparable from all other Buddhas, enlightened beings. Also Buddha Shakyamuni, who is also the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and all in that. And in order to liberate oneself and all sentient beings from all the suffering, cause of suffering, samsara, especially all the delusions, obscurations, that I'm going to take refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. So with that strong trust and confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, for that, then we go for refuge and bodhicitta. So, okay, page number 2. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until I attain enlightenment. Through the merit of practicing generosity and so on, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until I attain enlightenment. Through the merit of practicing generosity and so on, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Sangye chudang soge chonam la changju patu dani kapsu che dagi jisu gibe chonam ke yola penje sangye luka. Then for admissible, again we spend little time with each of them to really try to feel it. May all sentient beings have happiness and causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and causes of suffering. May all sentient beings never be separated from happiness that knows no suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of attachment and hatred for those held close and distant. Then you can imagine, visualize Buddha Shakyamuni dissolving in the light and the light dissolving in yourself. And then again, I will recite the visualizations. You can. So on the crown of each of your heads, seated upon the white lotus and moon, is the Sri letter, white Sri letter, out of which noble Avalokiteshvara appears. Brilliantly white, radiating 5 colors, rays of light. He has a captivating smile and gazes with eyes of compassion. His first 2 hands of his forehand are clasped together, holding the jewel. The lower 2 holds on the right of his hand, crystal rosary, his left hand, white lotus. He's adorned with silken garment and the jewels, such as crown, earring, necklace, bracelets, and so forth. Amitabha, boundless light, is in crown adornment. With Amitabha Buddha on the top of the crown. His 2 legs are in seated Vajra posture. And stainless moon support him at his back. He is the essence and embodiment of all sorts of refuge. So also try to feel that the Avalokiteshvara is in essence, he's only the Lama, inseparable from him. And also, Avalokiteshvara is inseparable from all the other enlightened beings, Buddhas, all in one. Same energy, same essence in that form. Okay, so then we do the next. It's number 4, at the very end of course number 4. Precious Lord, your body white and unblazed, adorned with the perfect Buddhas, your eyes of compassion and gazing on all beings. Avalokiteshvara, to you I pay homage. So make a heartfelt homage and request. To bless us, to inspire us, to guide us in our spiritual path, especially to cultivate true love, compassion, and wisdom like the Avalokiteshvara himself, who is inseparable from the Guru. So then the 7 limb or branches practice, I'm going to do very short. So again, we're not going to recite. So again, you just follow. just try to do. So first, from depth of our heart, by remembering the incredible quality of enlightened body, speech, and mind, our Avalokiteshvara, especially incredible compassion, we pay homage, bow down, go for refuge. And we can make offerings, whole space full of drinking water, washing water, all kind of flowers, incense, lights, scents, food, music, all human and divine offerings, especially those objects that we're very attached to. We make offering from the depth of our heart to the Guru Avalokiteshvara. Without any sense of hesitations, clinging and grasping. And Guru Avalokiteshvara very happily accepts the offerings. Then, we try to recollect as much as we can all the negative karma, non-virtuous action we have created through body, speech, and mind. All of them, one of them, driven by either one of attachment, anger, or ignorance, or all of them in all of this life since we were born. And all others we have created from beginning's lifetime, even though we cannot remember all of them, whatever we have created. We recognize and understand those are not wholesome, beneficial, but unwholesome, harmful to others and oneself. And try to generate strong regret. And cultivate a strong determinations that we will try all our best as much as we can not to engage into such unwholesome, harmful actions again in the future. And we do that in front of Guru Avalokiteshvara as the witness. And for that, we go to refuge to the Guru Avalokiteshvara, purify. Then we try to rejoice in the virtues of the Avalokiteshvara and all the Buddhas. Also His Holiness' incredible deeds. and all the virtues of all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. Incredible. Out of bodhicitta mind, engage in the sixth perfection and so forth, for the benefit of sentient beings day and night. And we rejoice in the virtues of all the arhats and those who are on the path to arhat. Their incredible practice of moral discipline, major concentration, wisdom, and renunciations, so forth. And we also rejoice for the virtues of all ordinary beings. They have their own delusions, they are not perfect, they have a lot of faults, but still trying on their own way, on their own best way to be more kind, compassionate, try to have more positive thought, to be more helpful, beneficial. All those positive thought, virtuous thought, and acts are wonderful. And we rejoice in our own virtues that we have created through beginner's lifetime until now. All the virtues, positive thought we had. And all the help, benefit directly, indirectly that we offer, we did for others, physically, verbally, mentally. How wonderful, great that we were able to do that. And then we make the offering of Dharma wheel chakra, and then request to turn the wheel of Dharma or to give the teachings to the Guru Avalokiteshvara. And Guru Avalokiteshvara delightfully accept our request. And we make offerings of Vajra, double Vajra throne, and request to Guru Avalokiteshvara to remain until each and every sentient being is liberated. And also that request is accepted with a great joy, happiness. Then we dedicate our own virtues and virtues of others. To cultivate and to fully develop bodhicitta mind and wisdom, realizing emptiness within our mind stream and with the mind stream of all sentient beings. And achieve fully enlightenment as soon as possible due to all these virtues. And liberate all sentient beings to that fully enlightened state. Okay, so then we go to page number 9. So again, here is like in Guru Puja Laman Choba, where is you are the my Guru, you are my Idam, you are my Buddha, you are my Dharma, you are my Sangha, you are my refuge, everything's, so seeing everything in that Guru Avalokiteshvara, you are the everything's, and so trying to feel that. So again, as we recite, try to feel as much as possible. To you, I pray, Guru Avalokiteshvara. To you, I pray, Idam Avalokiteshvara. To you, I pray, sublime noble Avalokiteshvara. To you, I pray, Lord of refuge Avalokiteshvara. To you, I pray, loving protector Avalokiteshvara. Hold me in your compassion, caring and victorious one. For us, beings who wander endlessly throughout samsara and are subject to intolerable pain and suffering. Protector, we have no other refuge but you. Inspire us to attain omniscience and awaken. So I want to recite from there, chanting from the very beginning, just that we did now. So va so lama chere si so va so itam chere si so va so parcho chere si so va so Yamgun Cheresi Sowa Depso Chamgun Chere Si Tu Che Songshi Yawa Tu Che Chen Ame Kowa Tame chamgyur chen some donga nyongwen do ala ombo kele kyavshen machi so nam ke to over Lo. The next one, again, as I mentioned, is requesting the Guru Avalokiteshvara to help to free all sentient beings of 6 different realms with their individual sufferings that has manifested due to karma that has been created by individual afflictive emotions. Before that. And then when we recite the, mantra Om Mani Padme Hum 4 times, you visualize from the heart of, at the heart of the Guru Avalokiteshvara, we can visualize now, mundis, on top of the mundis, 3 syllable, whether you and surrounded by the Om Mani Padme Hum. For easy, you can visualize all in white, clockwise, and then again those mantras making their own sound, natural sound. And then when we recite Om Mani Padme Hum, nectar and light flow from that mantras, and then healing the suffering of that particular suffering. With the first one, healing the suffering of hot and cold in hell realms, which have been created by the anger. Then second times, healing all the sufferings of the hunger and thirsty of, hungry ghosts, that have been created by the delusions, karma that has been created under the delusions of the miserliness and greediness. And then third time, cleansing, purifying, healing the suffering of animals, that have been created by ignorance. Then healing and cleansing the suffering of human beings, such as sickness, aging, death, and so forth, which are created by the desire. And then healing the suffering of demigod, such as jealousy and fighting with each others with the god and so forth, and which are created by the jealousy, and then the suffering of the god rams, of the suffering that they have at the time of death, when they see the sign of death, and those are created by the pride. So cleansing, healing all the individual sufferings, each time when we recite, like the rains coming and then kind of putting down all the fire, similarly kind of putting down all the sufferings and the cause of the suffering, the negative karma and those individual delusions, and then, giving them relief and happiness. So we try to do as much as we can when we recite that. Okay, so we recite. Omen dune lengen sakpe Geshe ongge nyawa ke kyote Sardan donga nyongwe semche Nam la cho ke ge Gondo ke va shom O mani pe me hum 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 O me dune le nye sape Kusena onke ita ne soke ekandong nyongwe semche nam shingcho pota laru kevasho O mani pe me hum 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 Ton me dune le nye sabe Puti mo onke Hundo ke gyode Lengo donga Nyoe semche Nam gombo ke gye Gondo ke warasho O mani pe me hum 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 O me dune lenye sabe do cha onge mi ne so ke e pon dong nyo e sem che na xing cho de wa chen du ge wa sho o ma ni pe me hong 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 o me du ne le nye sa ve hu ta do ong ge a mi ne so ge a zhe dong nyong we sem che nam po da la ye xin du ge wa shou o ma ni pe me hong 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 o me du ne le nye sa pe hu nga ge hong ge la yi ne so ge o dong dong nyong we sem che nam po da la yi xin du ge wa shou o ma ni pe me hong 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 da ni ge shen ge wa tam je du che re se dam je ba song ba ye ma da xin ge do nan do wa a song jo ye jo cho ju ge ba sho a jo ke la so wa ta be hu da ge do ja yo en do wa nam len de lu le ge wen le la sen do we sen do che dan den ba sho. The next, through praying single pointedly in this way, rays of light stream forth from the noble one's form and purify impure karmic perception and delusions. The outer environment becomes the blissful paradise Sukhavati, and the being within is transformed physically, vocally, and mentally to take on cherish Avalokiteshvara, enlightened bodies, peace, and mind. And appearance, sound, and awareness become inseparable from emptiness. So while we recite the Om Mani Padme Hum from the garlands of mantra and three syllable, enlightened, compassionate wisdom in the form of white light nectar flow into oneself and all sentient beings, and cleanse and purify all the negative karma, all the delusion, all the obscuration, especially selfish attitude, self-centeredness, and self-grasping thought, which are the obstacles to cultivate limitless love, compassion, bodhicitta, wisdom. So that being completely cleansed and purified. So while keeping that visualizations, like taking shower, completely purifying all those negative energy in the form of dark dirts. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. So visualize all our negative karma, negative perceptions, all the delusion, obscurations, completely cleanse, purify, become crystal clear, transparent, without any trace of negativities. And as we recite more, again, from that garlands of mantras and the three syllable, enlightened, compassionate wisdom in the form of yellow, orange light nectar flow into oneself, all sentient beings from our crown, and fill up from the very bottom, and receiving all the blessing of enlightened body, speech, mind of Guru Avalokiteshvara. And all the spiritual realizations, especially, limitless, highest level of loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta, mind and wisdom. So while again keeping that visualization, we recite Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om so with total conviction, you visualize receiving all the blessings in light and body, speech, and mind of Guru Avalokiteshvara, all the spiritual realizations, especially highest level of true love, compassion, both the mind and wisdom. So then, as we recite more, try to keep your awareness to the nature of your mind, the ultimate nature of your mind. The ultimate nature of your mind that is empty of inherent existence from the beginning of lifetime, always been that. Therefore, there's no coming, going, that ultimate nature of mind. Totally free from all the elaboration of conception parts, free from all of that. Completely empty, like the space that's empty of all the obscurations of the clouds. And luminous, like the clarity of the sky. So try to rest your mind in that ultimate nature of your mind as much as possible. Any thought, conceptions arises, try to see it is a display of that ultimate nature of the mind. It arises from there, it dissolves into that. So just try to keep your mind on awareness, observing or resting in the ultimate nature of your mind, which is empty and clear, luminous by its nature. While you try to rest in that, you can try to recite Om Mani Padme Hum quietly. Mani If any thoughts arise as positive or negative, you don't need to fight with them. Neither we need to embrace, neither we need to reject, but just try to see all these different thoughts, whatever arises, if it does arises. See is just a display and manifestation of that empty and luminous mind. Seeing it comes from there, it dissolves, just like the clouds arise in the space and it dissolves in the space. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme. 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 Okay, so then page number 14 at the very end of that. I and others appear as noble ones in light and forms. All sounds take on the melodies of 6-syllable mantras, and all tall are expanse of great primordial wisdom. Through the positivity and merit of these, I may swiftly attain the realization of a Lokeshwara, and thereby every single sentient being reach this state of perfections too. So then visualize Avalokeshwara, the Guru Avalokeshwara, dissolve into the light, and light dissolve into yourself. And your most subtle body and body, mind, and speech, and Guru Avalokeshwara's Gurus and Yidam Avalokeshwara's holy body, speech, and mind become one, inseparable. and try to experience and rest in that oneness of the Guru's body, speech, and mind, the daily rhythm of the daily Avalokiteshvara body, speech, and mind, your own body, speech, and mind, that oneness. Okay, then so then dedications. Through the merit of practicing this visualization, recitation of mantra, may I and all those whom I have connected be reborn miraculously in blissful paradise of Sukhavati, the very moment we leave these impure bodies behind. And as soon as we are born there, may we fully traverse the 10 stages and send out emanations to act for the others' welfare throughout the 10 directions. And do you have a prayer list? Quickly. What is our next? This question and answer, and then what? Mm-hmm. Okay. Maybe we can do in the last session, maybe dedications. And then I think I'm going to do a very short blessing consecration of the 8th stupa we got just recently. Again, those are generously, kindly supported by some of the students from Singapore, friends of my friends. Venerable Thubten, he used to walk. At that time, he was a monk. Many of you know Yongmin. His name was Yongmin at that time. At a house in the office, and we spent a couple of years together in the same house. And then he wanted to be a monk, and he became a monk. So anyway, he has been very supportive. When we wanted Avalokiteshvara statues, Manjushri statues, he found someone to help to sponsor that from Singapore. And then Avalokiteshvara was sponsored by Charmin and Matthew. And then the stupa was sponsored by Steve Nadu. And then these 8 new ones, they have been sponsored by few students and friends of. And we wanted this because we have space under those books, 4 here and 4 here. And we needed, we wanted because, of course, we follow Lama Tsongkhapa traditions. And Lama Tsongkhapa was founder of this particular lineage that we follow, founded in 14th centuries, So we wanted to have at least small Lama Tsongkhapa and his 2 disciples. So that is where we have Lama Tsongkhapa and his 2 disciples. And then we have Vasasadabas on the very right, because we do Vasasadava practice. I think Claudia used to lead often, and I think we also do Vasasadava practice quite often. And then in the middle, we have Medicine Buddha. Again, monthly we do Medicine Buddha practice. And then we have Grintara, again, because we do, again, Grindara practice on monthly basis. And then we have Guru Rinpoche on the left. Again, Guru Rinpoche was one of the main instruments in bringing Buddhism to Dharma in Tibet, and also, yeah, very powerful. And then we had it looked like a little bit of Buddha Shakyamuni, but it's not Buddha Shakyamuni, it's Amitabha Buddha. And so those are the 8 statues that we just got recently. So, of course, we are going to go do more extensive consecrations. When we finish, we have one because stupa offered by Lama Sopa Rinpoche. Rinpoche offered last year, or maybe a year before that. And then when they sent it, we lost one of the box, one part of it. The people, cargo people, they don't know where it went, they couldn't find it. So then they ordered, but then half was here, half was not there. And they do have size, but it's handmade. So then when they present it, it doesn't fit exactly, certain things. So Anil has kindly accepted and been helping to fix that. And once we finish that, we will also fill the mantras, and then we will do all of them more kind of more extensive consecration. But at the moment, we just doing the very short. Sangye Sodang Soge Sonam La Chanjo Padu Dane Kyapse Dageji Soge Sonam Ge Dola Pende Sangye Do Bajo Sangye Sodang Soge Sonam La Chanjo Padu Dageji Soge Sonam Ge Dola Pende Sangye Do Bajo Sangye Sodang Soge Sonam La Chanjo Padu Dageji Soge Sonam Ge Dola Pende Sangye Do Bajo. I think I need to test them and not the other way around. Mali Samje Kunje Kunye, do the Pungse Mise Jala, Ona Mali and some day coach and George and I should be sung at Chanjo Samatan, Gindizamanda, Jisenam, Samji, come on, Minebin, Salama Shagi about the Yawana and Ningan, Tema Cheradu and Gave Puson to get ending on La Sada Chuda, Lungin Obama, Jesse Tema, Emotion and other some Jetam Jella Choda, Moyang, Suda de la Benza, so. George and I should be sung at Chanjo Samatam, Gindizamana, Jisenam Gitadanya, Sanjay, come on, Minebin, and Salama Shagi, Yawana and Ningan. Gerardo Gave Puson to get ending on La Sada Chuda, Lungin Obama, she said. Emotion and other some Jetam Jella Choda, Moyang, Suda de la Benza, so George and I should be sung at Chanjo Samat, Gindizamana, Jisenam Gitadanya, Sanjay, come on, Minebin, and Salama Shagi. Yawana Yangal made a demonstration so Cheradu and Yaveku to get ending them the Sada Sudan and Mungi no system. Emotion and other subject of Jella Choda to Mojang Odaman. Suda de la Benza, so Jisimeta Sudan and Mungi, subject Jum de Chene Shoba, Bokabachi and others no children, and then to it, only had on my head or number head or take a much. Only had on my head or number head and take a Mashaman eyes, or only had on my head or number head and think a Mashaman eyes. Only had on my head or number head Mashama. Who's of our hours again, or the Jigasun, Sanga Mata, my energy, thank you, I sit on whatever, should get on my energy, thank you, I say, you never must shoot them person, without a lot of should get given. Energy, Tashi Sumba, Sagulaman, and get Dashi, Madame. Chacun son bonhomme qui est âgé, du monde de la scène de l'anime, ils étaient dans le conjunction qui est âgé. So I like throwing the petals. So that is why I wanted to do this one. I can throw the petals. Thank you.